thank you for listening. And now I'd love to introduce my, my colleague and friend, Dean Art Heinricher.
Thanks, Chris. I've been mulling this over for a while. I've been reflecting on academics and A-term in this very strange year. And I have to admit that I've been having a hard time celebrating, in quotes, at least not in the sense of a victory celebration. But I am very grateful. I'm very grateful for this community and this WPI family. So as I've been thinking about Thanksgiving more than celebrating, it's brought back some memories. And if you'll indulge me for a moment, I'll try to connect them to WPI. I remember Thanksgiving dinner when I was young. We would go to Uncle Gus's house, and Uncle Gus was a German immigrant. He was a bricklayer. He had left Germany in the late 1930s. I just have to point out that he laughed just like Wally Sobiejo, and he was a bricklayer, so he's a real material scientist. I also remember Thanksgiving dinner with Aunt Mad. That was her name, not a description. And Aunt Mad, what I remember about her was she really listened to you. She really listened, whether you were 14 or 64. She listened to you whenever she talked to you. It's kind of like having a conversation today with Suzanne Weeks. And I remember Thanksgiving dinner with cousins on folded chairs out on the three-season porch when the families were too large. When I walked by the tents on the quad, I remember those days. Now, these memories, they're kind of personal, but I've sparked a few good memories for you, a few sustaining memories. The presentations today have given me some memories that I know I will carry forward. And I want to share one new memory with you, one that came up in A-term for me. And it was when Cert 4 was wrapping up. This was back in A-term, preparing for the transition to the new committee, Cert 5. And Emily Perlow was talking about her experience on the committee, about the level of work, about how hard and how stressful and how consuming that work had been. But she said the following thing. She said, every time I asked for help, no matter who I called, they always said yes. And they almost always did more than they were asked. This has been my experience going back to D-term. It was my experience over the summer when the faculty were testing new courses. And it's been my experience during A-term and B-term. And I want to just emphasize that I'm very, very grateful for the family that's come together, gotten us through this, and will continue to get us through this.